Welcome back to another Generation S podcast. Yes, Uncle Bobo is finally back. I've been gone for a while. This quarantine thing. That's another story. First, let's dive into some NFL, some football. Any of you got anything to say about football?
I do, yes. The whole nationwide quarantine thing, it's going good. Apparently, it means party time in Dallas. Uh, Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott threw a party with 500 people in Dallas the other day.
Sounds like the smartest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, this is making trade talks heavy for Dak. I'm pretty sure they are. I'm for sure thinking they're going to trade him now for picks and stuff. It's kind of blew up in his face because he still hasn't signed a contract yet. He's still out there. So I don't know why. I don't know what gave him the mindset to do this without even he's not signed yet. He's still out there. I don't. He's just
Oh my
very
gosh.
stupid. He's very
Um,
stupid.
do you think there's any way because I keep on seeing stuff that the Patriots are going to try to get him? That would be
The
insane.
main one for me is the Lions one.
Oh yeah. Imagine going
The
from
There's
like
no.
Dallas to Detroit. Imagine literally you're playing for a professional team and you have to play in Detroit.
yeah.
That's the. I'd probably quit sports, man. If
Yeah.
I had to go play for
Yeah.
the
No,
Lions.
the Lions.
Detroit
hang
is
up
The
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 worst
helmet.
sports
Lions.
city.
There's literally not a
If the Detroit
Detroit
Lions
Lions
walked into my
fan.
house and offered me a starting spot on their team, I'd say, "Nah, I'm good."
There's literally not a Detroit Lions fan that is happy. They all hate their lives. They have to. I mean, have they? They never won a Super Bowl, have they?
No.
Nah, who cares?
When's the last time they're in the playoffs?
Ah,
It was with Johnson
Megatron.
and Stafford.
Yeah,
It was with
Megatron.
Calvin Johnson Stafford. Well, it was like they're offering him like 2 or 3 first rounders in Stafford for Dak Prescott. So
I mean-
I mean they'd probably do that. I mean they probably
Oh,
should
yeah.
do that. I've heard like and I've
Cowboys,
heard like
Cowboys aren't going to trade Dak Prescott. They're just going to give him less money. It's free agent for doing stupid stuff like that.
I think.
I don't know. Well, like Jerry, like that's what me and my dad were talking about. Like Jerry Jones was like he was the first owner to start this whole. He was the first owner to start the whole quarantine stuff with players and stuff. Like he was the first one NFL owner to start doing that.
Mhm.
So he's like an avid guy for the social distancing stuff.
Yeah.
And then they do something like this for his franchise. He's so mad right now. Like he's so mad at him. And like he's the same guy that traded Emmett Smith
Yeah.
away. Like he does not care who you are. Like it doesn't matter. And Dak Prescott, he's not like he's Patrick Mahomes. Like
Yeah.
he can be. He's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Like there's guys and there's assets that they can have that can. I mean, he just doesn't want to have that guy on his team anymore. Like he's just not having it right now. Jerry
Yeah.
Jones isn't.
No, I don't agree with that. I think it's just Dak did something really stupid, but they're still going to have him. They're just going to give him less money.
I mean, if you get, I mean, I don't know why you like. If the Dolphins give you all 3 first rounders, like, I don't know, I'd do that. If the Dolphins gave me all 3 of their first
That's
round picks
definitely
this year,
But if you're the Dolphins, would you do that?
yeah, like
yeah.
like, I mean,
'Cause
yeah,
as soon as you got him, you would have to pay him immediately.
yeah, but they don't have anybody else they're paying. The Dolphins
That's a good
don't.
point.
They have nobody. They have nobody on their team.
Yeah, but if
Facts.
he's done nothing for you, but would you pay him?
I mean, might as well.
But like you
I
said,
mean,
it's not like
if you
it's
have a
not
chance,
like a Patrick Mahomes. It's to where he deserves to be paid. The amount of money that Dak's going to make, he's only going to make in Dallas. He's not going to make the same amount everywhere.
I mean, but they still
Mhm.
can they can still give him less. Like he should know now after this that he's not gonna get the money he wants. Especially if he gets traded. Like if people want to trade him now, he's not gonna get his however much he wants.
How
I don't
much
know,
is he
like, the exact
asking?
number. He's asking
The-
for like
From what I've heard, it's not the number; it's the years. That Dak wants a 4-year deal. That Cowboys want a 5-year deal. Because Dak wants to be able to re-up
Yeah.
like a year earlier, so he's like a year younger to be more in his prime.
Yeah, because he'll be like,
That
will
makes
he
sense.
be under 30 in 4 years? He'll be like 30-ish probably, because
Yeah,
he was, what draft was he in? He was in the draft with Mahomes, wasn't he? 2017.
he was in the same one as Wentz.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he'll be a little over 30 probably then. But I think like if I'm Jerry Jones, I mean, like I get what Luke's saying too, but like I feel like he'll end up trading him, or it'll be the simple fact that they're not going to pay him as much money as he wants, and then they might franchise tag him and then trade him. Isn't that a thing a lot of teams do? They like franchise tag a player and then they just trade him.
Well, they'll franchise tag him and see if he's worth the money or not. Probably. That's
Yeah.
what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. But
And then
like
he'll
if you
probably
get,
hold out. And then he'll probably hold out a while, and then he'll come back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like I don't know, because
I think holdouts are stupid. Like who
Yes,
has
I
held
hate
out?
them.
Who's held out recently that it worked out for?
yeah, nobody.
Le'Veon Bell? No. Melvin
Yeah.
Gordon? No. Zeke, I
Yeah.
guess,
Zeke kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
but
He's really the
Yeah.
only one.
a legend. But I mean,
But I mean, like, say you do the whole.
said doo doo.
Say if the Cowboys do the trade with the Dolphins and get the 3 first-round picks, like you can get Tua with their third because that's where he's probably going to go. So you can still get a quarterback and you can get 2 other first-round picks for basic like for, and you still don't have a quarterback yet because they still haven't signed him. And then you're going to have all that money left too since you're not signing them to that big contract. So you can get another piece with the quarterbacks that you're getting with Tua. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with that. And Stafford's still not a bad quarterback if you want to go the Lions route either. So I mean, he's not
he had a
Dak
back
Prescott.
surgery. I don't know how he's going to be coming out of the back surgery.
But I'm not saying he's Dak Prescott, but he's still like a top, probably 17 or 18 quarterback. He's a top, like almost a top half quarterback still.
But would you just want that? I mean, are you okay with settling for that? If
But I
you're
mean,
Jerry Jones?
you're getting 2 other first round picks as well. So you can still get another
But
quarterback. This is a
isn't
quarterback loaded draft.
isn't Matt Stafford making like a crap ton of money though?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Maybe even if he is, I mean, you can like that's probably what the Colts will do in the next couple of years with Rivers. You can just mentor him with Matt Stafford because he's a good at one time he was a top 5 quarterback. So I mean he knows what he's doing. It's the same thing with Rivers. Like you can mentor those. You can still draft a quarterback even if you get Stafford. So like there's a lot of stuff you can do with that. This just opened up an opportunity for the Cowboys because they didn't make the playoffs last year. Like obviously something's not working. So if you just get Dak Prescott again, you're just getting the same thing. I don't
Well,
understand.
it's because they had Clapper at head coach.
Well, yeah, but like you're still not like there's nothing
Jason
changing. You're not
Garrett's
getting
freaking
nothing
out.
else. Like so, this is giving them a chance to just
Dak
start
had
over. Go ahead.
I think it cut out for him.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Okay, I just say go ahead. You were saying something.
Well, here's my thing: is that Dak had his best statistical season of his career last year, so it's working for him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it's not working for the team. That's what we talked about that in another podcast. Like, how much better can he get and they still not win? Like he has to like. Why would you? Like, there's no point. Like, apparently it's not working. Whatever they're doing is not working in Dallas. So like, why not just try to blow it up? This is a prime time opportunity for
Well-
them to get
Well,
that.
they
This is
blew it
their
up by
chance.
getting a new head coach.
But that's not. I mean, yeah, that's a big thing. But that's not like you still need the players. Like blowing up with players is a lot different than blowing up with a coach.
Well, I think they have the players. Here's what I would do if I was Jerry Jones. I'd only offer Dak the franchise tag. And if he wants to hold out, he can hold out and not play football for a year. But but sign him for the franchise tag. If he doesn't work out, they don't make the playoffs and do well with Mike McCarthy as head coach. Then you get rid of him. Trade him. I don't know what you do.
I don't know. It's just like
if
this is just a.
if you have him sign the franchise tag, and if he's not worth a hoot before the trade deadline, then just trade him.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But like those picks won't be there anymore, or they won't be as valuable because this draft is. I'm not saying this draft is better than next year's, but like this draft's really deep. So I mean, who knows if those guys will still give up those same picks and those players that they will now. It's just I don't know. This is just kind of a prime time opportunity for them to blow it up if they want to.
There's too many good quarterbacks available for the Cowboys not to get one if they don't fully believe in Dak. Because you got Cam Newton, free agent. You got Jameis Winston, free agent. You got a whole draft full of good quarterbacks.
But I mean, they could trade up like with the Dolphins. They could get like probably the best quarterback in Tua if he's healthy in the draft. Like they have that opportunity since he did this. That's the whole thing. That's what I'm talking
How
about.
recent? How
They
recent
now
did
have
this
this
happen?
opportunity. It was like 2-3 days ago. He threw the party like 2-3 days ago. Like they now have this opportunity since he did something this stupid during this time that they now have this opportunity to get a quarterback like this, and they won't have it anymore.
Well, you think Tua right now is better than Dak Prescott?
I mean, I don't know. He has a lot of upside.
I don't. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm not getting rid of Dak Prescott, but like I feel like they definitely will. That's my thought process
I'm
about
not
it.
particularly saying that they need to they should get rid of him. I'm just saying this is probably what Jerry Jones is going to do.
Yeah.
Because he's
The
gotten
way-
rid of guys that are a lot better than Dak Prescott for like less worse things than this. So it's just how he is. Like if you do something stupid like this, he's just going to get rid of you. That's just how it is.
Well, he's
I'm not
kept
saying
Zeke
they
all
should
this
do-
time, and Zeke's done a bunch of stupid stuff.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, yeah, but like they.
But
he just
I
traded-
do see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying, though.
Yeah, like I'm not saying this is what they should do. Like this is like it kind of is in my opinion because like I'm not completely sold on Dak Prescott yet, but he like I'm keep going back to this Emmitt Smith thing. But Emmitt Smith's one of the best football players of all time, and he traded him just because he wanted a little more money than Jerry Jones wanted to. He just got rid of him for just that simple reason. And Dak Prescott's doing all this stupid stuff like this, and he's asking for all
He's
this
done
money.
one stupid thing.
Yeah, but it was like the worst thing you could possibly do right now.
Mhm.
Literally the worst possible thing you could do in the country right now. He did it. So it's not like just something stupid, like something small stupid. It is the worst possible thing you could do in the country right now, besides like killing people.
Well,
He
yeah,
basically-
that's definitely a lot worse.
Yeah, but I mean,
So, I hear what you're saying, but the way I see it is, he's not going to trade him. What I think he's going to do is offer him the franchise tag and make him hold out. Because I think Jerry still likes Dak. Jerry, for the most part, is very loyal to their guys as long as they're willing to cooperate. And Dak has been for the most part. So I think Jerry Jones is going to offer him the franchise tag. He's not going to negotiate anymore on a long-term deal other than they have. He's going to give him the franchise tag. If he doesn't like it, he can sit out a whole year and get football and then probably never play again.
yeah, maybe. There's just a lot more options now that he did that. That was just a big thing. Now.
It definitely opens up. But then again, if you see somebody do that, would you want to trade for that guy?
That's true.
I don't know. I mean,
'Cause if
yeah.
you're
I
willing
mean,
to trade him away, or are you willing to go get him?
I don't know.
It
I
just
mean, like
depends on how you view it.
yeah. I mean, people like the Dolphins don't care if you can like throw a football somewhat accurate and you can catch it. They're like, your spot, you got a spot. Like some of those teams
Dolphins
don't
aren't too
care. Yeah, like some of those teams
Good.
don't care. So it's just a whole thing like that. I don't know. This is just a whole big mess since they did all that. This
Definitely
wasn't.
makes it.
Yeah, like
Definitely
this
creates
wasn't
a
even
lot
a
more
thing.
options.
Yeah, like this wasn't even a thing before 2-3 days ago. Like they definitely weren't going to trade him 2-3 days ago, and now like it's in serious trade talks now
Mhm.
since he did this. So
I
this
haven't
went from
heard about
nothing
it.
to something, and just a poof, just magically happened just because of this. So that's all I got. That was all my rant about this topic.
Another thing with NFL and trade talks, I saw this. I think it was this morning actually, with Odell Beckham Jr. They're saying they're going to trade him to the Vikings.
Yeah, I've heard that.
For
Adam
what?
Schefter said it's not true.
Oh, okay.
What are they
It
going to
was.
trade him for anyway?
Let me look it up real quick.
Second and fifth round pick.
That imagine being the Browns and you're set like it's like I mean Odell Beckham Jr. didn't have a great year, but he also Baker Mayfield had an awful year.
Yeah, it's true. They didn't really have a quarterback. last
It's
year.
definitely. A lot of people try to compare it to like the DeAndre Hopkins situation.
Mm-hmm.
If the Browns traded Odell for a second and fifth, it's definitely a lot different than what the Texans did.
Well, the Texans
But I
trade was the
still
worst
think-
trade in NFL history, but
Some people are saying that proposed Odell trade would be worse than that, and I don't think that's true because I think it's a different situation. But I still think
Yeah.
it's a robbery. But like, I
Yeah.
still don't think it's
Oh yeah, it's not worse than the Hopkins trade.
because
thought-
that made no sense.
I
Everyone's
literally
been saying that they're gonna trade Odell.
yeah. When I saw that Hopkins trade, I literally thought it was like when I thought it was a dream the next day. Like I was like, "Oh, that didn't really happen."
yeah, that was something special. Whoever the Texas GM is needs to wake up a little bit after that one. He needs to fire him. They just need to fire him after that. There's no point.
Yeah, we got to tighten the screw.
All right, guys. So for the next topic, we're going to be talking about basketball. Any of you have anything to say?
I just want to talk about how much of a joke the horse thing is.
Very much so.
It's pathetic. Absolutely awful.
Like,
Definitely
it's-
joke.
Yeah, like it's a whole different thing. Like if you're having horse like on the same goal in like with a packed arena, they're having like in somebody's yard in a random gym. like with nobody watching, like nobody like in person watching, and they're like, I don't even think it's worth it to throw him on the same goal because some people are even inside and outside. Like that's two completely different things.
Right.
It's I don't know, and like like women are playing men and like kids, like there's just so many things like older like Chauncey Billups played Trae Young, I think. Like you got people and like Paul Pierce played Zach LaVine. Like you got people that are like 40, 50 years old playing against like yeah. I mean
Didn't
I get
Chauncey Billups come down from like HORS and won?
yeah he did win. I
Absolute
know
legend.
yeah
Legend.
he's
Trey
basically the
Young's
best
court
player of
didn't
all
even
time.
Trey Young's court didn't even like have lines on it.
Yeah,
Where's
that's
he
what I mean,
playing?
like,
Where's he
they're
playing
playing at
at?
Beechwood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cousville basketball court is where they're playing.
Playing at Uncle Smoke's house.
Yeah, like it's just like it's such a joke that ESPN's actually like televising this.
It'd be different if it was like on YouTube Live or something, just so people could tune in, like ESPN on
It's
TV.
on. It's literally on ESPN.
Yeah, it's on the biggest sports network in the world, and they're doing this. This is what they're televising on the biggest sports network in the world. It's such a joke.
They don't got a lot of options though, if you think about it though.
I would literally rather watch
True.
like I'd rather them televise the video games than the horse.
Facts.
Or they could just
Like,
play
yeah,
old
that's probably
games like
true.
they have been doing.
They could just just play the old
Plenty
games.
of people have been watching old games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like there's no
true.
point to try to do all this like other stuff. Like it's not even worth it. Like it's not that entertaining. Like I don't know why they're trying to do all this. Like even when you're playing horse and like it's still not that entertaining. Just like I'd rather just watch an older game, like a finals game or something, than
Yeah.
watch two like random people play horse against each other in two random scenes. Like it's just not. I don't know, and you can't even dunk, so that kind of defeats the purpose too. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're NBA players and they're not allowed to dunk it. So
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
It's a swing and a miss.
yeah, it's like it wasn't like the worst idea in the world on paper, but it's one of the worst things that's probably ever been televised on ESPN.
Oh yeah.
They should have lowered that goal
Right-
down to 8 foot and had him going.
Right
had
behind the
Zach
National
LaVine going
Cornhole
insane.
Championships.
All right, Jake. I
Yeah.
need you to get off of this.
Don't you ever
Nas-
disrespect cornhole.
cornhole is so fun, Jake. Leave leave the
Cornhole's fun
chat.
to play, but it's
Not
not
to
fun
watch.
to watch.
It's not fun to
Yeah.
watch.
Hey, you know what's
It's
fun
like-
to play? Hey, Jake, you
It's
know
like
what's fun to play and
soccer,
not?
golf.
Yeah, you know what's fun to play and not fun to watch?
Baseball.
Well,
Amen. I don't know why you're
Baseball.
attacking me with that. I agree.
Oh my bad.
Baseball's so tough to watch.
okay.
It's not tough to watch when you got Jake Cole literally hitting it dead center, 450.
Literally 450
Yes.
yards. Not even feet, yards.
Yeah.
That is a lot of feet, folks.
That's a lot of feet.
Hits it all the
dog.
way to Hardy Lake. Out of,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hit it to John's house from Austin Eagle Park.
He did. I was just sitting there one day, folks, and
Put
a
his window
ball
out.
hit me. A ball actually hit me in the head.
He was outside minding his own
True
business.
he was inside. He was in the basement.
Yep, it was
He was in the basement.
Went to the roof.
True story. Did it?
Okay, so for like this is
Yeah.
one of my real topics. This is a thing that they said is gonna happen. If the Warriors get the number 1 pick, the Knicks are gonna swap picks with them. They're gonna swap picks, and they're gonna give them their first round pick in 2021, their first round pick in 2023, and the Warriors are just gonna give up a second round pick just for the number 1 pick in this year's draft.
For who?
Wow.
Anthony
They're gonna
Edwards?
they're gonna get LaMelo Ball.
Imagine.
But
They're
I mean,
gonna do.
the Warriors aren't going to get
What
LaMelo
pick
Ball
will the
anyways.
Knicks have?
No, like they said, if the Warriors get that's what I mean. Like the Knicks are gonna have like the 4 pick. So the Warriors are still gonna get the 4 pick. They're gonna get 2 more first round picks and just give up a second round pick. That's it. That's all they're gonna do, just for LaMelo Ball. That's what the Knicks are gonna give up, just for
Literally,
LaMelo Ball.
no. Okay. If the Warriors have the first pick, let's say the Knicks get like the second pick. If I'm
They're
the
still gonna
Warriors,
swap.
no, if I'm the Warriors, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting the LaMelo Ball. Yeah, you better trade me or I'm gonna get him. That's what I'd be like.
Well, I mean, that's what they're doing. Like the
Yeah.
Warriors, like this is a set thing. Like they're already gonna do this if it happens. But the Warriors have to get the 1 pick for this to happen, though. So this isn't like a thing that's gonna happen no matter what. But the Warriors have the best chance to get the 1 pick, though. So it's a fairly good chance it's gonna happen. So if this happens, the Knicks they're already one of the biggest jokes in all sports. It's just gonna keep
Yeah.
going down. They're like it's getting to the point now where it's just I don't understand what they're doing. Like this is just completely ignorant, and it's just making the Warriors get title contenders again. Because because they're going to be good next year because they're getting all those guys back. They're getting healthy Steph, healthy Clay, healthy Draymond, Andrew Wiggins, and probably a top 5 pick in this year's draft. So that could be Wiseman. So there's your center that they've always needed with their bench
Yeah.
with Eric Paschal and all those guys like that they had this year that are good on their bench. So
Yeah.
they're gonna be a solid team for the next probably 5 or 6 years now again, and then they're gonna get another first round pick in 2021 and 2023 for free basically. It's just the Knicks are just like I don't know they're almost a Make-A-Wish Foundation team at this point. They're just giving teams opportunities. Like they're just giving other teams opportunities to win.
Knicks equal Detroit Lions right now.
Facts.
Or any Detroit sports team in that yeah, it's just, like the Tigers
Pistons
or
aren't
the
as bad as
Pistons.
Aren't the Tigers
That's
so
true.
bad?
The Tigers are terrible. Yeah.
Do they still got who was their best player? Was it
They still have Miguel Cabrera, but he's terrible.
he's like 50
falling
probably.
off. Yeah, he's falling
He's
off.
still playing.
Yes.
Oh my lord!
Yeah. So the Knicks are always going to be a joke. They always have been a joke, and they're just going to keep going. Apparently, it's rough.
The grind never stops.
All right, so for the next segment, we're going to be talking about baseball. So Zach really wanted to talk about something. So, what'd you guys think?
Okay, this is one of the better. It's just kind of like a rule change, but I know there's a lot of things like just wild, wacky stuff that people want to put in the rules. But I think this is not wacky enough to where it's out of contention. But I actually think this could be a better thing for viewers, and it wouldn't really mess up the game as much as maybe people would think. It's called the golden hitter rule. This was on a different podcast that I listened to, an ESPN podcast called the Will Kane Show, and this really struck because I'm a big baseball fan. I know some of you other guys are as well, but it's
Just a little.
it's okay. So when you think about basketball, the best player always has the ball in his hands when the game's on the line, right? Is that true?
True.
And in football, the quarterback or the best player, which is usually the quarterback, always has the ball in their hand, right?
Right.
Facts.
Okay, but that's not the case in baseball.
True.
In the bottom of the ninth, there could be the 6, 7, 8 hitters up,
Yeah.
and that's
True.
and people stop watching after that because they know. Because say you bring in Chapman and you're the Angels and you got the 6, 7, 8 hitters up, you know the game's over.
Yeah.
But with this golden hitter rule, one time a game, you can put any hitter you want and put them at the plate.
Wow.
One time a game.
That's
You can put any
insane.
hitter you want up.
I really like that actually.
Yeah.
It's a really
only-
great idea.
Only
That makes it
one time.
very interesting.
Because it's a viewership thing as well. Because people want to watch Trout. People want to watch Judge. People want to watch the guys that are good. They don't want to watch the bottom 3 guys hit in the bottom of the ninth. They want to see Trout. They want to see
sure.
they want to see the guys that can make that. I'm not saying those guys can't make an impact, but they want to see the guys that they know can make an impact for a fact. And that's just something that's never really happened in baseball. And I think especially for nowadays, because viewership's kind of starting to go down a little bit, that's something that it wouldn't even mess up the game that much. And
Right.
that would help viewership a lot. I just thought that was a really fascinating idea.
Yeah, that is neat. So here's my thing, is I have a couple of questions that I'd like to have answered before I can make my actual decision on it.
Okay.
When he is called to the plate, does he just take that certain spot in the lineup for that at bat, and then he also hits in his spot
Yes.
for the at bat?
Yes.
Okay.
So
And
you say it's the bottom.
Does he
of the
get?
Okay, well, you go ahead.
So say he was on base and you wanted him to hit, can you pinch run for him and have him hit?
I mean, probably, yeah.
Okay. So, because here's the thing, like you said, whenever it's a late, it's like the 8th or the 9th inning, and game's tight, playoff game, whatever, the defensive team can put in whoever they want out of the bullpen at any time.
Yeah.
They just pull their best guy. They're like, hey, this guy is our dog. We're gonna pull him out, and he's gonna get these guys out.
That's the main thing they use. They said when Bumgarner came in, I'm pretty sure you know about this. When Bumgarner came in against the Royals, He came in against the 6, 7, 8, so they knew that
Yep.
game was over. That's why they put him in. They wanted
Yep.
to put their best pitcher against the worst hitters. But with this rule, it makes it more interesting. They can't just do that. That's what I
Right.
like about it.
I like that. Yeah. So like, also, here's my thing. Like, if they didn't, and I've been advocating for a while, like anything I say has anything to do with it, but I've been wanting for a while for them to abolish the pitchers hitting for themselves in the National League. I want them to have a DH in both leagues.
Yes, I 100% agree with
Because
that.
it's like it's totally irrelevant to have pitchers hit. It's like a guaranteed out. Like
Yes.
because they're gonna bunt if there's somebody's on base, and if there's not, they're gonna strike out or they're gonna ground out or something. Like
Yeah.
there are a very select few people that aren't a guaranteed out when you go to the plate as a pitcher, and
Mhm.
usually when they bunt, then they get a force out at second or something anyway because the first baseman crashes as soon as the pitch is thrown because they know they're gonna bunt.
Yeah.
So, but if they didn't take away that the pitchers had to hit, then they could, in the 5th inning, pitcher's going strong. He's even throwing, a one hitter or even a no hitter. But in today's game, if it's 0-0 and there's a runner on second and third and the pitcher spot up,
Yeah, they
they're
take him
probably
out.
going to pinch hit for him because they
Yeah.
need those runs and go to their pin.
Yeah,
Well,
especially
if they-
teams like the Yankees would have
Yeah.
a good bullpen. Yeah.
Yeah, and if they had this rule in place, then this guy that's just chucking and he's, dialed in, he's throwing well, maybe even throwing a no-hitter or something fans want to see, he doesn't get taken out because they don't need to pinch hit for him. They can
Mhm.
use this rule, put this guy in, and then him still pitch.
Yeah.
So that would be a
That's-
neat
yeah.
aspect to that I think would help the game a lot.
Yeah, that's another thing that's like, you don't just have to put them in the 9th inning. That's what makes it good. Because this is like the main example they use. Like say it's like the bottom of the 4th or something, and the bases are loaded, and a tie game, and Mike Trout's up, and he strikes out. You just have him bat again.
Yeah.
You
For
can
sure.
use it right then. Like you can just say, just stay in the box and bat again.
Yeah. And then but that's the thing. I mean, I could see it again from the other side is I think that should be a stipulation maybe where you shouldn't be able to pull the guy that's either like on bait. But then the thing is, if a guy goes against a pitcher 2 at bats in a row and he's like one of the best pitchers in baseball
He's still gonna strike.
and
him
he
out,
gets to go back
maybe.
to back, he still has a chance. But I mean, usually whenever a guy gets into like the 3rd time through the order and a guy has seen him twice that day, they usually yank the pitcher then. So if it's right after his 2nd at bat and they put him back in to hit for a 3rd time, do they take the starter out? Or does he just have the hitter has that extra advantage that he that day gets to see that pitcher again? Also, another thing is how does it mess up the records that have been set?
That was the main argument.
Because people
they
will
said.
get a lot more at bats. So do those at bats just not count for records? Do they not
It's-
count for stats? Do they just count for whatever, or what? Do they just have their stat of their gets most hits, most home runs, best average by a golden hitter? What is it?
Yeah, that's what it's called. The golden hitter.
So I mean that's what I would say is that those at bats just. But then again, at the same time, that guy gets to see that pitcher an extra time, so he has an advantage his next at bat too. So that's the hard part about changing the rules is all the history that's happened with the rules they are now and how that changes everything. But then again, they added the 3-point line in basketball. That totally changed.
Yeah,
all
that's the
records
main.
in
That's the
basketball,
main
so-
argument. Like they changed the rules in baseball a lot more than other sports. Like the rules have been changing a lot here recently with all the now
Safety
they,
rules, especially.
Yeah, they just added this year they added the 3-batter minimum for pitchers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff now that is starting to change, and this can just be implemented in because rules change a lot, and throughout history. So records are kind of iffy anyway for sports like basketball, especially because of the 3-point line.
Mhm.
So that's not that. I don't know how. The records argument is kind of valid, but it's kind of not because rules change anyway, no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just thought that was a really cool idea just to throw out there. For a
Yeah,
talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, that's the thing about baseball is with the G League and basketball too. If you're gonna implement a new rule, you just try it in the lower level. You try it in the G League, or you try it in low A, high A, double A, triple A. See if it works. they implemented the pitch clock in the minor leagues. They implemented on on a drop third strike, they if you throw a drop third strike and the ball bounces, then the hitter gets a chance to take first base.
Mhm.
So in the minor leagues, they tried a new rule where, or maybe it's independent ball, I can't remember, but they implemented a rule where if it bounces at any time during the at bat and there's a pass ball past the catcher, then the hitter could try and take first base, even if there wasn't two strikes and it was a drop third. So if they wanted to implement a rule like that, you just try it, in the minor leagues and see what happens. I think you could get a lot more spectators like that because certain teams, especially like, the Angels with Mike Trout, there for a while. I mean, they had Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols was an outstanding hitter, like one of the best hitters in the league, probably
He's
the
one-
best hitter for a long time. But he's not
He's-
anymore,
yeah.
right? He's like
yeah.
50. So,
Mhm.
so he was like by far the best hitter on the team. People came to watch the Angels just to watch Mike Trout hit. So when you do that and you'll get a chance, like if you can do that once a game, everybody's going to do it once a game. So you're going to get a chance to see your guy hit, more than what he normally would.
Yeah, that's another thing. It can be a different guy every game. You don't have a designated golden hitter as well.
Right.
Like you can do a matchup advantage. Like you could do a righty against a lefty or
Right.
a righty against a left, like a lefty against a righty. Like it doesn't have to be the same hitter every game either.
Mhm.
That's another thing.
So like if you had, Stanton and Judge and whoever,
Yeah.
and you had more than one star on your team and somebody was
Yeah.
hot, because that's what
Mhm.
I've talked about with people before is I would rather have a guy hitting 250 that's 7 for his last 9 than have a guy that's hitting 450 or 480 but him be 1 for his last 10. You'd rather have the guy that's hot.
Mhm.
So if you
Yeah.
declare it at the beginning of the season that this is your dog and that's who I'm sticking with, then that would be worse than just, okay, this guy's swinging a bat hot, let's get him an extra bat. And that's something the fans are going to want to see too. Do you
Yeah.
see a 5 home run game? Maybe. You could see some things that people haven't seen before. Be
Yeah,
really
there's just
interesting for sure.
there's just a lot of upside to this. I think like there's just a lot of new things that can happen. It's definitely that's the main argument was like the spectator thing is viewership, like TV viewership and attendance in stadiums are starting to decline for baseball.
Right.
So this is just another thing to get butts in seats and get people watching on TV. And this is, I think, like the most like smooth way without completely butchering the game that they can do it. Like this
Right.
isn't even really messing up the game at all. Like you're still having. I mean, it's kind of messing up, but it's not really at all, in my opinion. It's just like an extra pinch hitter.
Yep. I would
Like that-
rather them change the rules with this rule than break the rules like they did when they started juicing the baseballs. You can't tell me they didn't. I know they did.
Oh yeah, the
They-
baseball
they're
is
one-
definitely hot.
The baseballs are 100% wound tighter. The balls fly further. And I would rather them do. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Like, it's not the worst thing that's ever happened to baseball, like the Astros scandal. Like, it's not that. It's, that's fine that they want to do that for viewership, but they can also change the rules instead of just trying to break them without telling people.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can happen with that, and like that's probably one of the better ways they can do it. Like you said, without breaking it, like because the baseballs are
Mhm.
definitely different. That's
Oh,
just how it is.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
and that's just another way. Like it's not really like it's a fun way to do it. Like it's not like something that's even really controversial like that much. Like it's not like a bad thing.
Right.
Like there's no negative to this. Like there's no like oh this is like it's not gonna ruin anything. Like,
Right.
But like the baseballs, like that had a potential to ruin it, and this doesn't have
Right.
one. Like there's not like a bad negative to this.
Right.
Yeah, like the only real negative is like you said the records thing, but that's still like you're still only getting like an extra at bat a game, and some guys won't even get like if like
Right.
the Yankees have 7 different hitters that can potentially be that guy, so
Right.
it can be like those guys aren't even getting that many extra at bats. Like the only guy that there's not even really that many like solidified starters on the team now because even like the Angels now they have Rendon. He's probably he's a top 10 player in MLB right now.
Yeah.
So if he's got a hotter bat right than Trout, they're gonna use him. That's just how it is.
Right.
So even like those top stars like that are still not gonna get that many extra plate appearances. So
Right. Well, here's my thing. Even if you wanted to do that as a stipulation, you could say this. See, I don't know about that though. I was gonna say you could say they can only get it. They can only have it once per game, and it can't. They still can't have more than 4 plate appear or more. Yeah, more than 4 plate appearances if they do that. But then you don't want to do that because then they get to the bottom of the 9th inning. They've already had 4. You can't play, and that's when you want them to be able to do it, right? So it's just something to think about, the different stipulations and stuff you'd have to do. I'm a fan of the golden at bats just don't count for stats at all. That's what I would say. They only count for the stats of their own.
Yeah, I mean, it has its potential up and downs, but I think there's a lot more up than down.
All right, guys. So welcome to another segment. This is going to be a draft. Zach, would you like to explain this one?
So each of us are gonna pick one. We're gonna pick 3 different franchises that we would want to own from each sport. So we're gonna pick 1 baseball franchise, 1 basketball franchise, and 1 football franchise. If it is picked, you cannot pick it. So it's off the board once it gets picked. And we're just gonna be a snake draft. So it's gonna go me, Obo, Luke, John, Jake twice, and then it's just gonna keep going like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the first pick, and this is I don't know. It's kind of a tough one, but it's kind of not. So for me, I'm gonna go with the New York Yankees.
So,
Wow.
Imagine.
I can't think of a more hype beast pick than that one. to be
I mean,
honest,
but
fair
that's
enough.
what you want. You want to own a team that's got a lot of fans. You know what I mean?
All about who you ask, really.
Honestly, it's just yeah.
it's not what you know, too. You know.
Honestly, it's just a horrible pick. If you think about it.
I don't think so.
Alrighty.
I'm just kidding. That's a good pick
All right. So
for sure.
can I go ahead?
Yes.
All right. With my pick, I'm going to be picking the Boston Celtics.
That's an awful pick.
Okay.
That's a good pick. That's a good
They
pick.
have won. They have won the
I'm
most.
gonna win.
What they have won the most NBA championships with 17. I almost picked the Lakers, but the Lakers, I mean, didn't. They've won 16. It's one less.
I
I'm
think the
going
Lakers.
with the
I
most.
think the Lakers are a better pick, but this is
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
You know-
I'm,
you
I
know
just.
So just a second.
You know what I would do if I was competing in a draft against people would be tell them exactly who I was gonna pick. Like
All
y'all
right.
do.
All right. I picked Boston Celtics.
So now it's Luke.
All right.
All right, Luke.
For me,
I don't know who's
I'm
gonna
gonna go with America's team. I'm gonna pick the Dallas Cowboys.
Ah, that's a good
Oh.
pick.
Dang it! Dang it! I'm so mad.
I was very much debating on picking that, but I just I'm pretty sure the Yankees. I'm pretty sure the Yankees are the team that has the most money in the franchise too, as well.
If
So
that
that's
team
why.
wasn't if the Yankees weren't picked, I would pick them.
I'm
Yeah.
so upset right now. Wow.
Yankees was a good pick.
I knew I should have been number 3.
Okay, so
Okay,
John, is
John.
your now your pick?
All right, my pick. It's definitely difficult. There's many options out there. There's plenty of them. Plenty of things to pick from. But I'm going to go with a truly an iconic team. When you think of basketball, this is one of the teams you're going to think of. The Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay.
Clippers.
Just a great team.
Dang it!
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Almost.
it's simple. It speaks for itself, really.
It's the Cowboys
of
it's the Cowboys of the NBA.
It is.
It's America's basketball team. That's the most hype beast basketball team. So I'll give you
Shout
that.
out America.
Oh
Jake,
man,
you got 2, buddy.
I know this is tough. I'm trying to think of one right now because y'all took all mine.
Yeah, we definitely have the top 4 knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
for
opinion.
sure. But I'm about to get 5 and 6, and then you guys are gonna get like 13 and 15. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
win.
Mm.
I don't know how the
Makes
math.
sense.
I don't know
Makes
how the math
sense.
adds up there, but
Okay.
Anyway, I guess if I had to pick 2, I would pick first from the West Coast, a team with lots of fan support. Come to think, you're just thinking about fireworks and Vin Scully announcing the games. I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yep. I'll give you that.
wow, hype beast.
Honestly,
Bandwagon.
iconic team, iconic
Steve.
franchise. Now I gotta pick, man, basketball or football. I guess I would have. Man, this is gonna hurt me so bad. It's gonna hurt my heart. But
Don't
we
say
go
it.
against everything I stand
Don't
for.
Don't say it.
Don't
Please
say
don't
it. I know
say
what
it.
you're gonna say.
Don't say it. We
The
all know
New
what he's going to say.
England Patriots.
I'm stopping the recording. I'm stopping the recording.
I have to. I
Now
have
we're
That
gonna
team's
stop.
so bad now.
Now we're gonna stop.
I don't know about it anymore. I don't think that's the best pick anymore since the goat's
Honestly.
gone. But
I have a
Yeah,
bad taste in my
but
mouth after you
honestly,
said that.
Bill Belichick, best coach of all time. So, I mean,
Um,
not much you can do.
You think Bill Belichick's the best coach of all? I mean, okay, yeah, you can argue that. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. You're right. My bad.
John, it's up to you, buddy.
God, there's just so many out there. It's definitely a hard one to pick. But I think I'm going to go with a team that no one else would have picked. I'm going to go with, because of the fan support around here, I'm just going to go with the Indianapolis Colts.
Imagine.
Imagine,
Now,
John.
listen.
Why would you take
I am
them?
just
I wanted
I'm
them.
Just, I'm just trying to win. I'm just
Okay.
trying to win.
I
There's no
wanted
other
them.
You're
reason.
not doing a good job.
You're not doing a good
I-
job. Yeah. Look, it's up to you, buddy.
All right.
Luke, I swear to God, if you take these, I'm literally
I
gonna
think-
leave.
I mean, I got my football. I think now I need to move on to baseball.
Please don't, Luke. Please
I'm
don't,
gonna. I don't want to pick them, but I think I'm gonna go with the Boston Red Sox.
Luke. Why? Okay, I want to. Literally, I wanted to keep it in Boston. I was gonna keep it in Boston. I was gonna take the Red Sox. Now I don't. You just snipe me. I
We were gonna
literally.
keep it in Boston.
You literally.
Red
Who's?
Sox, Celtics, and
Can I-
Patriots.
All right. And I wasn't gonna get the Patriots because literally, I would. Never mind. I'm not saying that. Now I have no clue what I want. What I'm gonna get. You know what? This MLB team has the second most number of World Series won. They're 16 behind the Yankees. Number one. I'm not picking them. I'm not picking them. Never mind. I'm not picking them.
Oh, I know who I'm picking. I already know who I'm picking.
You know
It's
what?
already set in stone. Set in stone.
Okay. I think after tough consideration,
Don't
tough
say it. Don't
tough consideration, I would probably have to go with.
Don't say it.
This is so hard for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and say
Don't
I can get a baseball team later. I'm gonna take the San Francisco 49ers.
Don't you get 2 picks on?
No, I do.
Zach does.
That's an interesting.
Oh,
one. Elaborate on the Giants.
Or no, the 49ers.
Oh, I thought you said that.
No.
Elaborate
That's
on
all
the
good.
49ers.
I picked the 49ers. I was gonna pick the Steelers, but I literally despise them. I would rather throw up right now on call than to pick
Every
the
disrespect the
Steelers.
greatest NFL team.
But yeah, I'd go with the 49ers. Rich history. Montana, Steve Young had the best receiver of all time, Jerry Rice.
I didn't know
Just-
I played for them.
Also, I didn't pick a baseball team because Zach already picked his baseball team, and so I don't have to worry about it getting picked.
Okay, that's interesting. I have some tough ones here. I'm trying to think of an NFL one. I already have my NBA, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's kind of not really an old-fashioned team. They don't really have a rich history. Got a new big stadium.
Oh.
New big stadium. Got the best shooters of all time. I'm gonna go with the Golden State Warriors.
God.
Well, Zach won the
Alright,
competition.
well,
Zach won it
Zach
basically, because you're gonna get like
If any fifth graders vote on this,
literally,
Zach wins.
literally, I'm gonna tell my little brother Xander, and he's gonna be like, "What's your guys' Instagram?" That's what he's gonna say.
The only reason I
Does
picked
Andrew
Golden
have an
State
Instagram?
is for the current day stuff. They have one of the biggest fan bases nowadays. So that's just and they have
That's facts, yeah.
They have a multi-billion-dollar new stadium now too as well.
It
So
is pretty nice.
they've got a lot of stuff going for them as of right now. The football one's kind of tough because it's kind of like the Cowboys are number one, and then like it kind of just drops off a lot from there, in my opinion. So I'm trying to just think of some.
If this team makes it back to me, I'm going to be very excited.
What
That's
sport
just
do you?
kinda
What sport do you
something
have?
I have baseball, but Zach has football.
I have baseball though.
But if you take my
Okay.
team, I know
This
you
is
lose.
You're gonna
this is
take
the
like
one
the
that sticks out to. This is the one that sticks out to me the most. Kind of the richest history. They still have, I think, a pretty big fan base. I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers.
Why didn't I pick the
Solid pick.
Packers? I'm so
Solid
dumb.
pick.
I should have picked the Packers instead of the 49ers.
Wow, the Packers.
They
That's,
won
that's a
the
good pick.
Bleacher Report and Madison tournament.
Who'd they beat? The 49ers?
Patriots.
Patriots. I
The
forgot.
Packers won.
Yeah, okay.
I'm proud. I'm happy with my team. I'm
Yeah.
happy with my three.
Yankees, Warriors,
Yankees, Warriors, Packers.
Well, I mean, all right, I'm about to blow it up all right here and make mine
Please
really,
don't.
really bad. Oh, hold on, John. Let's just have a little conversation right here. So the Cardinals are left, but the Cardinals have 11 rings. You know what I'm picking?
I know
go-
you're gonna pick.
I'm picking the Cincinnati Reds with 5 World Series.
They're still
Imagine-
there. They're still
imagine.
there.
The Cincinnati
Imagine.
That's
The
terrible.
Cincinnati Reds have 5 World Series. Literally have the best player of all time, Pete Rose. Have one of the best
Pretty good
catchers of all time, Johnny Bench.
The best catcher of all time.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
Jake, if I hear your mic turn off, you turn it back on. Turn it back off one more time. They have one of the best shortstops of all time, Barry Larkin. He's top 20 probably.
Stop.
They have
He is
literally
top 20.
the
Top 20.
the best first baseman to ever step foot on a baseball field, Joey Votto.
Okay, Bobo, are you done? Are you done?
They
Stop embarrassing yourself.
I am not done. They brought up the Cuban Missile. The man throws 105 miles per hour. Literally
Stop.
one of the best, one of the
They
richest,
brought him up.
one of the
He literally
richest.
swam across the river and was like, hey, can I play
Yeah. They one of the richest baseball histories. That literally a word of that so bad.
Just stop.
The Cincinnati Reds. I'm winning this now. GG's. John, who did you think? Oh no, it's Luke. My bad. Is it Luke?
Yeah,
My bad.
I gotta.
You'll know.
I have the Cowboys and the Red Sox, so I need a basketball team.
I'm gonna get
And I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised this team fell to me. I'm going to go with one of the most historic franchises of all time, in the Chicago Bulls.
Oh,
The
good pick.
Bulls. Yeah.
That's
Good
solid.
pick.
Solid pick. Solid
Shout out
pick,
to the
solid
GO, MJ.
It's a good pick.
pick. I mean, he's definitely MJ. That's for sure. That's for sure.
I mean, the
I know
GOAT.
you're going with that, but
All right. John, I
John,
wanna-
you-
I wanna
think-
hear-
I'm pretty sure I know who you're going to pick, John. But
is he gonna pick like the
Zach-
Cubs?
yeah, I think that's who he's going to pick.
Who
Who you gonna pick?
You know, it took a lot of time to think about this, and I mean, there's only one option I could go with right now, and it's definitely going to be the Cubs. I mean, just wow.
Oh my
Solid
God.
pick. I thought about
Wrigley
picking him.
Field,
They definitely have one of the biggest fan
iconic.
bases.
I mean, everybody around here, you're either a Reds, Cubs fan. It's simple like that. So, I mean, I got
Imagine-
50%.
Imagine liking not winning a ring for 100 years.
100 and some years, and
No.
now they're on the bound and everybody's jealous on. So you just. And I hate the Cubs. I still give them
I
some
hate the
credit.
Cubs.
Okay. It's my turn.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's
one more
pick.
I gotta pick a basketball franchise.
Yep.
So since I'm last, that means I can talk this out with you guys because I know none of you guys are gonna use it against me. So we've lost the Lakers, the Warriors, the Bulls, and the Celtics.
Yep.
So here are some teams running through my head. I'm thinking about Houston
Houston's not going to pick.
because they have the best scorer in the league, one of the best scorers of all time. People love to see the guy shoot it. I mean, he's a highlight reel player. James Harden's just a guy that
Mhm.
people want to come watch. We also have the Clippers.
Oh,
Lots of
there's
star power in Los Angeles right now. Play
there's a team you
right
got
next-
you got to
right
get.
with the
You
Lakers.
gotta get.
man. I think I'm gonna have to go with
The 76ers.
the Houston Rockets.
You should have got San Antonio.
Guys, imagine
San
San Antonio is so bad
Antonio.
right now.
They don't have a big fan
Little-
base. I agree with
little-
Houston
Uh,
better.
Houston has. It doesn't matter who's better, Owen. It matters who's the best scorers, who's the best shooters, who makes the most
Yeah.
highlight plays,
Who brings in the fans, really? Who fills the seats
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
So-
Sports isn't about winning, Owen.
So that's why I picked the Reds because they are the most exciting team
Awful.
in the majors.
Because they're
They-
awful.
They
and
definitely
you're
have
horrible.
they have an upside now. They've gotten one. This is going to be
Yeah.
one of their better years in a while, in my opinion, this
Well,
season. If they ever play
hopefully.
it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
If they ever play it. I agree with that. So the final draft here, the conclusion is me with the Yankees, the Warriors, and the Packers. Obo with the Celtics, the 49ers, and the Reds.
Fire.
Luke with the Cowboys, the Red Sox, and the Bulls. John with the Lakers, the Colts, and the Cubs. And Jake with the Dodgers, the Patriots, and the Rockets.
I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely the worst team I've ever drafted in my entire life. But if you think about it, you should probably vote for me anyway, just because I have the best sports mind on this side of the Mississippi.
Imagine.
That's false.
So
That's
very
false.
Well,
You
I
got
have,
bold
you
this-
have
I have,
Bold
I have the
statement.
best sports mind on this side of the road that I live on. So
yeah,
on the
that's
other
fair.
side, there's 3 or 4 better than me, but I think I'm winning on this side. So you should vote for me.
I think if you vote for Jake, then you need to stop listening
Shout
to
out
the podcast.
Steph Obel, vote for me.
Shout
I
out
said you
to
have
what?
you have a better sports mind than me, Steph
Oh.
Obel. So go ahead and vote for me.
Oh,
So I'm gonna get at least 2, me and Stefo.
I mean,
Well-
all these teams are going to be posting on a poll on our Instagram to vote for.
Mhm.
So be sure to go and vote for those.
Plus, if you think about the demographics, I'll probably get all the girls because I'm the best looking here.
That's very false. as well.
Ah. That's a bold,
Uh,
again, folks, a very
Oh,
bold
man.
statement by Mr. Cole.
That's funny stuff.
I'm voting for John just because he put the Colts.
Hi, too.
I'm also
Hometown hero.
voting for John just because I don't want anybody else.
I'm voting for John just so he gets at least one vote. 'Cause I don't think
Hey, yo. I got 3 votes.
Yeah.
I mean, am I the best to ever do it? Some say yes, some say no. All
I
on who you
mean-
ask.
Definitely don't ask you because you just said MJ's not the GOAT. So
I did not say
You're not
that.
a
I just said that you could definitely call him MJ.
he said MJ's the GOAT, and John said, "Yeah, you could definitely call him Michael."
Welcome to another segment on the podcast. This is going to be another draft. Zach, would you like to explain this draft?
This draft's going to be similar to the previous one we did. It's going to be a snake draft, but this time it's not going to be sports related. It's going to be the best fast food items on a budget. So it's going to be any combo or single item that is under $5 on the current on any current fast food menu. So the order's going to go John, me, Obo, and then Jake. So John, you got the first pick. So
All right, it's definitely tough, but I think that when you're thinking about best bang for your buck, the 4 for 4 is one of those things where you're gonna get a variety. You get some nugs, fries, a drink, and you can get BLT. You can get really whatever you want. They have like 3 or 4 options there. You're not feeling a burger one day, get the BLT. Switch it up, $4. It's like, what is that, like 4 something after tax? I'm not good at math. You guys can do it in the chat, but it's just one of those deals that you just can't pass up. You can't pass it up.
that's definitely an
I'm
iconic.
I'm not
budget
going to
thing.
Wendy's. But it is iconic. If I was to go to Wendy's, I would get that. 110%.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that is what I get when I do go to Wendy's. This one's a tough one because that was kind of my ride or die pick. There was a 4 for 4, and unfortunately it got taken. So I'm trying to think of some other things.
Please don't say that. The
could
one
be on here.
I'm gonna pick the most iconic. Oh my god.
Okay, so
I'm
for my
hosting.
pick,
Oh shoot. Yeah.
for my
My
For my
seatbelt
pick.
broke.
for my pick, I'm gonna go with
Oh wow.
Solid.
solid. I'm gonna go with the $5 fill up from KFC.
Nice.
Okay,
Finger
okay,
looking
okay.
good, baby.
Okay, so
Finger
that's-
looking good.
It's the $5. You get a lot in these meals. You can get the pot pie. You get a big body pot pie.
It's
You get the
big.
cookie. You get a drink. You can get the
You
two
get the
tenders. You get the tenders, tater wedges, cookie, drink. It's just a lot of options there.
Mm-hmm. True. It's
All
very
right.
true.
That's a very good pick. All right. So I'm gonna say this one. This is a fast food restaurant, and the reason why I'm saying this is because this is literally
Seems sus.
literally a whole. This is 8 slices of pizza. I'm going with the Little Caesars $5 hot and ready pizza.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
a good one.
excellent. That's excellent.
That's
That's
excellent.
beautiful. That's
Five-
beautiful.
$5 hot and ready. You get a whole pizza. Literally a whole pizza. How many slices are in a pizza sack? Go ahead and tell the
8.
fans. 8 slices of pizza. That's feeding at least 2 people. I've,
Well, all on who you ask.
depends on
If you're
who the
feeding me,
people are.
feeding Andy.
Yeah, you feeding John and Andy. You need about 3 of those pizzas. But if you're feeding
Okay.
me, put me and John in the
Listen.
same room with those pizzas.
Yeah, Jake.
I need you
Jake,
guys
got
to be
two, buddy.
quiet.
Yeah.
Jake, you got
My
two,
turn.
buddy.
I get 2 Thank you, Zach, for having some respect for your elders. Okay, listen here.
I'm the oldest person in the chat, by the way. folks.
So, so when you're balling on a budget, sometimes you're going to the Wendy's and getting a burger on a 5 for $5, or you're getting some fried chicken, bunch of calories. You're filling it up, right? Whole pizza, getting tons of calories, right? But one day
Oh,
you're like,
gosh.
man, I don't feel good. I need to just eat something healthy, get some self-esteem back.
Never been me.
You're like,
Never been
man,
me.
Never.
Man, I'm gonna have to do it today. I'm gonna go to Subway and get a $5 foot-long sandwich. Honestly, you can
Yeah.
load it up with however many vegetables you want. Fill it up, man. That's
Do they even
a
have- do
that's
they
a
even
good
have
bargain
$5?
there.
Foot long?
Yeah, $5 foot-long, dog. That's their whole thing.
Yeah, but
That's
like
their whole
it's-
thing.
I mean, you can get I think for $5 you can get the veggie delight.
Honestly, John, I'm probably gonna punch you in the mouth.
But we'll let it
$5
slide.
We'll let
$5
slide.
foot-long is like their
We'll let-
entire slogan.
Yeah,
We'll let
$5
slide.
$5 foot. Well, that's what it is. Yeah, I get you, Jake.
All right,
Okay,
I
so
like
what's
the
next one?
head.
All
Push
right.
the head there.
That's-
Good thought.
All right, Jake, your turn.
Owen?
Oh, it's my turn again.
Yep.
Man, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that's sometimes it just hits you out of the blue, really.
So, honestly, you're going to get balling on a budget. So I want you guys to take into consideration that this item is one of the most iconic fast food items in all of history ever.
You better not
Okay.
pick it.
There
Because
are people that go around and anytime they're going
Please do
to
not pick it.
get something to eat at a fast food restaurant, this is just the first thing that comes into their mind. They think, I'm going to go to McDonald's and get
Don't.
a Big Mac for $3.99. That's a steal. That's like 1 3/4 cheeseburgers. Yeah, that's a steal.
Why
That
would
is
you say
pretty
that,
good.
Jake? Why would you?
That's
literally,
great. That's iconic.
I literally
That's very
live at
iconic.
McDonald's. You know that. I was gonna say the Big Mac. Now I gotta. You done.
You can say double Big Mac.
It's like $9.
$5.
No, not the sandwich. Sandwich is $4.49 by itself.
All right. Okay. So for my pick, I'm just sitting there thinking, I have no clue what to pick because Jake had to snipe me. I'm having 2 different things. Let me think. Let me think for a second. All right. So you're hungry, right? You literally.
I am hungry.
You literally. All right. This has happened to me many of times. Sometimes I'll just have 2, 3 random dollars just chilling. Zach will hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you hungry?" And you already
Yeah.
know I'm always hungry. I'm going to Mac Shack and I'm getting me a McChicken. You can get.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Solid.
That's a good pick.
You can
So
get.
good.
You can
So
literally. You can get. How I think of anything, I'll have like $7. I'm like, that's 5 McChickens, right there. I don't know tax that well. Maybe 5 McChickens and a drink.
I don't know tax that well.
But literally, McChicken. There's been many of times where I've gotten it when I'm balling on a budget. Zach, what do you got next?
Well, that was kind of my pick. So that one hurt a little bit.
Zach's just getting
Yeah.
sniped.
Where's that?
Wow. Yeah, I'm 2 for 2 on snipes. Up for mine.
Rough day, really.
When I go to this restaurant specifically, it doesn't matter what time of the year, what time of the day, what time of the month. Every time I go in this restaurant, I get the same thing every single time.
Oh my god.
I go to Taco Bell.
Oh,
I say,
no.
give me whatever $5 box you got.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care
Honestly.
what's in it. I get it.
That's fair.
Because
That's fair.
That's the best
That's a good-
on the
good pick.
menu. On the menu, that's the best value every time, no matter what's
It really
in it. 'Cause
is.
everything in there basically tastes the same. than Taco Bell. They basically all taste the same.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna go with the $5 box from Taco Bell.
Good pick. Good pick.
All right, so
I'm
it's
surprised
come to
it's
me
still
now.
here. Yeah, you got two, John.
I got two. As a connoisseur of Taco Bell, I would say, folks, I don't really want you all to look at me any differently, but I eat there. I try to at least 3 times a week is a minimum for me. That's a minimum. I try to eat there. So please don't look at me any different. But I mean, the food there, amazing. Money wise, amazing. So the $5 box, great deals. But there's one thing that I've come to love there. It's $1. It fills you up. One of them, two of them fills you up for a larger man. Normal sized guy, one of them do it. It's called the Beefy Fritos Burrito.
I
And
just
folks,
had
let
one.
me
I just had one.
yeah, he really did, folks. Let me walk you through this masterpiece that they put together here. So you're gonna have a warm white tortilla shell, and they're gonna butter and warm that up for you, nice and warm. Then they're gonna get you a little bit of meat, a little taco meat in there. Then some white rice, folks. I don't know
Gas.
about you guys, but white rice just really hits the spot on a hard day's work. And then they're gonna put some nacho cheese, and last to finish it off, burritos. That's going to give you all that savory flavor you love with a little crunch there to let you know you're eating a beefy Fritos burrito, folks. So that's going to be mine. And then second,
You guys give another one.
oh, I definitely have another one. There's just so many restaurants to pick from. And, I'm sure I always drive by Burger King and there's great deals, but folks, I have not ate a Burger King in probably 2 to 3 years, and I don't think
I don't blame you.
I don't think that will ever change.
I do not.
But I think I'm gonna go
Don't say it. Do not say it.
with. Are we strictly food, or are we also going beverages? That's gonna help narrow down my choice here.
I thought it was. I guess we just made it items, so I guess you can pick a beverage.
Yeah,
Folks,
if you want.
My item of choice is gonna be the $1 beverage from McDonald's.
Oh
$1,
my gosh.
107 after tax.
Such a
That's
bad
30.
pick.
That's 32 ounces of beverage, and they have so many options, folks. So many. The tea there. If you've ever never had the tea, I will gladly take you sometime because it's a life-changing experience.
He will come pick you
So
up.
that's, yep, I will. So that is going to be my 3 items right there, folks.
Okay. All right.
Simple, plain, to the point.
Okay, so I've kind of got a $5 theme going. I don't really know. I mean, everything that I've kind of thought of has been picked. So I don't really know. I really don't know what else is out there for value because I'm not going to Arby's. I don't care unless
Arby's
I'm
is
not
so
going.
gas. Oh my god,
I'm
Arby's
not
is so
going.
Now we're going to
gas.
stop. Now we're going to
Arby's,
stop.
Arby's.
All
I
right,
am not
now
going
we're
to
going to
Arby's.
stop.
Jake, do
I
you like
am not
Arby's?
going to-
It's so good.
It
dude. I
is so
love
good.
Arby's.
Arby's
I'm
is
not going.
roast
Now
beef,
we are gonna
gas.
Stop.
Oh my
John,
gosh,
John,
horsey
John,
sauce,
what side
gas.
What side are you on, John? Meat, my side or their side?
I haven't ate Arby's in 2 years,
Thank
and there's
you.
a reason
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank you.
Arby's.
It's so
Oh
bad.
my god,
It's so
Arby's
bad.
is literally one of the best fast food restaurants.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. But you need to stop. You need to
Okay,
stop.
how can we kick on from the call?
Yeah. It's-
Imagine.
Okay, so
Okay, go ahead, Zay.
okay.
Taco Bell, so good.
I'm just trying to think, cause like,
Do you have
You get
to
a corn dog from Sonic.
Hold on. Hey,
Yeah.
does it have to be?
Imagine.
So it has to be on the menu right now because I don't know if the thing I want to say. I don't know if it's on the menu right now.
It will
Just say it,
preferably
and then
on the menu.
We
right
will
now.
deduct points appropriately if it's not on.
All right.
okay. I'm just trying to think of restaurants in Scottsboro. That's really
Literally, dude, I just need you to say something. I can win this draft.
like, imagine.
Jake, literally Jake. Actually, Jake's
I'm
is pretty
literally-
good. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
could
put the
you could
nail
get-
in the coffin right here.
You could get chicken tenders from like Eagle Stop. That's pretty good.
Oh,
No one's ever had them
why do
there.
you
That's
say
a,
that?
that's a hometown favorite.
Yeah, why do you say that? Why do you say that? That's gonna
It's
win
like
the whole thing.
$3.29. You can get fries for $3.29. You can get like fries and tendies. That is gas, and they are gas.
Are you sure I just didn't hear Andy Henderson talking to the mic? That sounded just like Andy.
Gas. They even got burgers there. I've never had them, but they have them there.
You know what? I'm gonna go with that, John. I'm gonna go with
Great choice.
Wow,
I'm gonna go with the
John. Way to ruin it for everybody.
tendies and fries combo at the
It's
Eagles.
such a good deal. Such three.
Yeah.
It's like $3.29, I think, and you get so much. It's such a good deal. They give you 4 pretty beefy tendies, some beefy boys.
All right, that is pretty good. I get that every time. All right,
I think everybody does, to be honest.
yeah.
Honestly,
I really haven't met anybody that has not got that.
All right,
Wait,
so
curly fries or crinkle fries?
Curly.
I get
curly.
tater tots.
Imagine.
Curly fry. Imagine tater tots. Okay,
Bro,
let's go,
all
Bo.
right, all right. So this is what I was gonna say. Now, if this counts, then all right. So just sitting there, let's say I got like 5 and some change, or I got about 6. Let's say I got some 5 and some change.
No, you already
no,
cheating.
No, 5 and some change because it's tax. It's $5 on the menu. That's what
That's true. That's
All
true.
right.
That's true. I
So-
have had 2 things.
So
that are
you go
taxer, but
you
it's fine.
go into McDonald's and you're sitting there and you're looking, and then this happens to be on there for about
Oh,
2
I know-
months
I
at
know
a
what you're
I
time.
know what he's gonna say.
The
I know what
2
you're
for
gonna say.
$5 at McDonald's. You get either a
Wow.
Big
That's
Mac,
a good pick.
a fish
Yeah,
fillet, 10 nuggets, or like a quarter pounder. Literally, I
2 Big
remember.
Macs.
Wow.
I remember.
$5.
I remember last year at track.
Yep.
Me and Zach got a Big Mac apiece and 10 nuggets apiece.
$5.
$5. Oh my God, gas!
Folks, if that's not a deal and a half,
That's a good
then
pick.
I don't know what is.
It's a good pick, honestly, but I'm about to have to put that to shame.
This better be good, Jake.
Um,
You've been hyping it up so long.
Ouch.
It's
So
gonna be the
here's
best thing
the
I've
thing.
ever heard.
So here's the thing. Okay. You're going around. You know, maybe you just played a game, right? Maybe you just played a baseball game. Maybe you just played a basketball game. Maybe I'm trying to stall so that I can Google exactly how much this costs. But so say you're just
Exactly what I was thinking. Word for word.
Jake, your mic's off. I'm not gonna
Jake,
stop the
you
recording.
are
Just gonna
talking
turn
right
it back
now?
on.
wait, what?
Your mic turned off,
Your
buddy.
mic went
No, it did
off.
not.
We're
Yes, it did.
I'm not stopping the recording.
That's
Just
what I
continue.
said. That's
My
exactly
do-
what I was
My
saying.
dog fell off the couch.
I said, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So maybe you're just really hungry. Maybe you're trying to feed you and your friend. Maybe you're trying, whatever you're trying. You really want good food, lots of food, cheap, right?
Yeah,
Go
under
to Taco
$5.
Bell for under $5. You can get 3
Oh, imagine.
burritos. Imagine that's the
You-
best pick you've ever heard.
Will you say that again, Jake?
Beefy
Yeah, let's hear one more.
5-layer burritos, 3 of them.
Okay.
I mean,
No,
is
I'm
it
not a
better
fan
than
of
2
them.
for 5?
I'm not a
Is
fan
it
of beef
better
for
than
5
the
layer,
I
You
mean,
don't like 'em?
They're definitely
I'm not a
better
fan.
burritos they have there.
but they're all right.
They're definitely the best,
So
honestly.
the 2 for 5 is really the best deal of all time.
That's
To be
true.
100% honest.
That is a good
That's-
deal. No cap.
Okay, so we are gonna post these again on the Instagram with the other draft that we did this episode, and I hope you guys vote for mine. Probably won't though, because other people's are better. in my
Literally,
opinion,
you
but-
Also,
had-
should vote for mine.
you had to
because
vote
I'm
for
the best
mine.
and
You
I
have
am
to vote for
confident.
mine.
So does Zach.
You have
If
to
you
vote for
ever
mine.
live paycheck to paycheck like I have every day, then you will vote for me because mine is $1 or $4.
Literally-
All under
Honestly-
5.
If you don't vote
Honestly-
for mine, I know every single person that's gonna watch this has gotten the McChicken and has looked at the menu and saying, you know what, I gotta get it. You've all gotten the $5 hot and ready pizza, and you've all gotten the 2 for 5. You got to pick mine.
I think
$5
Bubbles is
for
the
a pizza is
best.
pretty good. Yeah,
Honestly,
$5
think
for a
about it.
pizza is good.
Everybody here has had a big. Everybody here has had a footlong. Everybody here has had a 5-layer burrito.
That's
Owen's
so-
Owen's definitely had a footlong.
I'm not cutting that out. That's staying in there, buddy. All right. Well, that was a pretty good draft. I need to make sure remember what Zach said. Make sure everyone goes and votes. Just ignore what John said. And yeah, stay classy, San Diego.
As always, guys, keep your stick on the ice.
And some words of wisdom from Uncle Smoke. Don't jewel, not cool.
Remember, don't call me too much.